No, I swear I haven't caught one of your streams since like June. Hey, breakfast. Welcome back. Well, it's nice to see you here, in any case. Both these players have whooped me in tournaments, but Olad has done it multiple times, so I'm cheering for him. That way you can say that you lost to the better player. Well, I guess you're gonna be able to say that no matter who wins over here, right? In any case, Oladushek, he's playing Mongols. Dr.Kozmonot, he's playing with Huns. I already have many of the sets that I cast from this tournament queued up to go live on YouTube later this month. And the current videos going up on my YouTube channel daily are the Red Bull extra qualifier sets. If you have not seen the extra qualifiers, you're going to see them all go up on YouTube. You can alternatively just take a look at my VOD page on Twitch, of course. But anyway, if I were you, I'd cheer for Cosmos so you can experience what he has done to you. If the guy who beats you wins the tourney, you're technically the second best player. Seems like solid logic, yes. Nice. Second elephant going down over here. We have plenty of elephants available for both players. This is just double savannah. I think it's the first time. No, I think this might be the second time that we see this in the tournament. And it's great. It's a map that I like quite a lot. Mainly because of the decoration. This is really well made as well. Kind of reminds me of Savannah Valley, which I also like quite a lot when we have grass combined like this, green and brown grass, and everything's just so well made. And just like the other one, we are going to have plenty of hunting over here. The difference is, of course, this map does not have any elevations or fishing. So if players want to keep on collecting resources afterwards, they can still find extra. Around the map, you can see 4 additional elephants over here, plenty of zebras. Oladushek only 24 seconds LTC time, that's crazy. Is this Mongol power? Wouldn't be surprised if that was the main reason for it, but it shouldn't. On paper, I have seen players have this low idle TC time even without Mongols in the past and double TC start. To be fair though, I don't think you have any herdables over here. I think that might be the reason. So I guess it's going to be 50-50. The fact that there are no herdables over here, you have to hunt. Plus the fact that Mongols get faster hunters. Yeah, that's probably about that. Few ages on the way already for Oladushek. He's going up on 29 workers, 30 workers right now, so that indicates, as opposed to a fast castle, that he's gonna try and make a play for scouts. And it kind of makes sense, because you want to go forward and put pressure if you know your opponent's gonna be going out to collect extra resources, or at the very least, if you are in Oladushek's position, at the very least having the scouts out will allow you to protect your exposed villagers in any case, because Kozmonot actually has not run out of elephants just yet, so he's not gonna be going out and he's not gonna be exposed anytime soon. I guess it's going to be mainly for defensive purposes for Oladushek, so that he can go out and keep on roaming around freely. Having said that though, he doesn't seem to be set on going out. He's got villagers and berries on the left hand side, and then down south he's just collecting the elephant. Okay, maybe on the left he's gonna go out. Or rather down south he's gonna go out. The interesting thing though is that he's not really going for any military buildings over here. He's got the barracks on the left hand side, where he's not really gotten any exposed villagers, but he's going now for the stable. Man, Oladushek's not realizing about this. His worker efficiency is really low. Less than 70%. That'd probably be standard for any of us, but for these guys it's not good. Oh god, Oladushek, come on, man. And he's got the villagers right there. Oh, he realizes. Check this out. For these Vels, efficiency in the last minute has been of 0%. But the all time has been really low as well. 57% so far. Hey, Wendiger, turn it! How are you guys doing? Today I'm not too late? No, not at all. We just started. And we have 4 sets to go through. The best of these sets I'm going to upload to YouTube. keep that in mind as well, and that they are obviously also going to be in the video page. Imagine having workers working. Should have paid better salaries and he'd avoid the strike. What do you pay villagers? Do you pay them in food so they don't starve? Do you just allow them to live in your town? You protect them from monks. That's the real pay. Alright, let's see. The scouts already engaged pretty evenly over here. We have 2-1 KD in favor of Kozmonot. But now Oladushek's good unit control. It's going to result in a villager pick. Not quite! The scout has to run away from the spearman over here as Kozmonot just got out. Just got one spearman out over there just in time. Well done. Otherwise, he probably would have lost the villager. Not 100% sure because the TC was very close, I think. Kozmonot might have been able to garrison the ville in time. Yeah, but you know what? Going up later allowed Kozmonot to have a stronger economy by the time he got up a little bit. Or at the very least, that would have been the case against any other civilization, but Oladushek was able to keep up pretty well. Despite the fact that both players are very low on resources right now, Oladushek has managed to get 6 extra units out compared to Kozmonot, and the extra food. The faster food income from the Mongol bonus is just amazing. Good unit control over there for Oladushek as well, pulling the weak scout out, and he's taking the spearmen one at a time. Can he find any exposed villagers though? That's the thing, because he's got a good amount of army, but if he's always gonna be running away and taking spearmen one at a time, eventually his army is going to wear down and he won't have enough HP to really do much of anything with it. So let's see if he can do something now. He's finding the lumberjacks, and there is a spearman over there, and he's not engaging because of it. He's trying to go after the villagers, but he's gotta take on the spearman. The spearman's taking 2 scouts out already. Great value from Kozmonot. And Oladushek, now that he's gotten rid of the spearman, might finally be able to get some villagers down. So that's gonna be 1 villager down. Should be. There are some scouts over here from Kozmonot as well. What a great defense from the green player. He doesn't have losing 1 villager over there. That's going to be 2 villagers, yes sir. But he's reduced the army from Oladushek from 9 scouts down to 3, and he's got 3 scouts over here as well. So if he plays the scouts right, he might be able to defend successfully. If he brings the villager to fight as well, should be able to take the scouts down. Yeah, well played. Does not losing 2 villagers, which is not the best. But if you take a look at the worker count currently, Kozmonot is actually higher than Oladushek, because Oladushek has been getting a lot of idle TC time. And that might have just been because of how micro-intensive the battles were, and Oladushek not being able to keep up. And they were micro-intensive mostly for Oladushek as well, because for the most part, he's been fighting against spearmen. 50 food? It's all veggies? Yeah. You pay 50 food prepaid salary. I want my salary prepaid if I head into a battlefield too. To be fair, that is a good point, yes. You don't want to have a promise. That seems about right as well, 1 food per year. Hey, Flying Titanic again. Night Ink, sorry. Welcome again as well. So you saw some green dots on red space. Yes, that resulted in 1 villager going down from Oladushek, and then the other villager he lost. He probably lost it to an elephant he was not paying attention to, as it did not go down to Kozmonot's units. But now we have a lot more pressure coming in from Kozmonot around Oladushek's base. The red player, on the other hand, tried to save the resources to go up to the next stage instead, so he's going to be the first player to get into the castle age in Kozmonot. He's not particularly close to getting to the castle age at all. He does have 2 stables though, so he's producing scouts pretty heavily, and let me take a look at that. Yes, 2 stables for him only. If we take a look at red, he's on 2 stables as well, and he's producing, and he's got more scouts right now than Kozmonot, which is just remarkable. Absolutely amazing. Notice also that Kozmonot's producing from 1 DC only. Now he's at the 2nd DC. But that means that Oladushek is not really falling behind in villager count too much. He's 7 workers behind. But, gotta keep in mind that going out to the castle, it takes about 6 villagers worth of TC working time or so. So if he's up to the castle age and he's only marginally behind 6 lower villagers, it's not really that great for Kozmonot, is it? Okay, so these villagers should be going down now. Let's see. Kozmonot. He should see them. He's ignoring them. Probably just sent the scouts forward and went back to to do some macro rather. Now Oladushek's not targeting villagers either. Both players just completely ignoring the vills. By the time Oladushek tries to get the damage done, Kozmonot has already reacted, so that's reducing the potential for damage over here significantly. Oladushek will take one additional villager over here, not quite. No. He's just bailing. And Kozmonot on the other hand, he's going after the villagers. Once again, he gets past the TCs, tries to target the villagers, but the villagers go immediately to the TC to get garrison, so Kozmonot struggles to find anything here. Nice defense. And up in the north, Spearmen are doing really well. Oh, this is disaster though! Kozmonot lost villagers on the gold! As Oladushek's gotten the light cavalry upgrade already, these are so much stronger, and Kozmonot's still kind of stuck in the fuel age. Light cavalry will be significantly harder to deal with though. Check this out, he's got chain Bardin armor coming in. This is the moment Oladushek gets ahead in worker count. And unless he takes an atrocious engagement, these light cavalry are always going to be stronger than Kozmonot's available military. Plus the fact that the green player is forced into playing defensive over here against stronger units means that he's not really going to put any pressure against Oladushek anymore, and going out to the castle age faster like this seems like it's basically giving Oladushek the win. Now he's got not only light cavalry, but also he's adding camels into the mix. He's adding step lancers into the mix as well. And remember too that light cavalry and step lancers for Mongols, they benefit from 30% extra HP. So they are really good. Our villagers going down over here now from Oladushek as Kozmonot's getting some good damage from the counter push. The problem is that his units are not anywhere near as strong as Oladushek's. In multiple ways. They do not pack quite the punch. They do not deal quite as much damage, right? But then in addition to that, they are not quite as tanky, so these light cavalry, plus the step lancer, the camels, they are going to hold better. Well, not against spearmen. Oladushek's military count is not the best currently, but he's got knights on the way. Love it. There you are. Should be over now? It should be pretty much. At this point, the only way back for Kozmonot is get into the castle age himself. Because on, you know, apples for apples over here, Oladushek will be the stronger apple. He's got the knights. These are significantly stronger. Now that he's got chain bar armor as well, he does not really care about the PC too much. And knights, they will be much better against spearmen compared to light cavalry, so you should be able to take these down as well if he gets a comparable amount of knights out. It's a much pricier army, but Oladushek certainly has a civilization to go for it. The faster workers, faster hunters, right? He's got a good amount of gold right now, a good amount of gold miners. Should be able to sustain knight production, and it seems like he's able to. While Kozmonot, on the other hand, he's kind of confined to the fuel age. To be honest, this wouldn't be the first time that I see a fuel age player overpower a castle age player on a map like this. I remember from the Double Cup 2, I saw players in the fuel age take on guys in the castle age. But that is when the player in the fuel age already has momentum and the other guy is getting to the castle age. This time around it was the other way around, where Oladushek was the one who had momentum when he was getting to the castle age. He was already putting pressure. So this will be the first time that I see somebody come back from an unfavorable position while being 1 HP below. And once again, the units are so strong for Oladushek, and Kozmonot still has a good amount of scouts. He's got just food workers right now, so he's pretty much confined to the fuel age. He won't be going out to the castle age anytime soon, and he's just going for spearmen. He's going for scouts, trying to find some exposed economy, but Oladushek has done a really good job. He's gotten the quick walls around the gold miners to guarantee stronger cavalry production. Yeah. And it's a disaster on the right hand side for Kozmonot. PC's just not strong enough over here to clean this up fast enough. So Kozmonot calls GG. That's gonna be 1-0. We'll jump into game number 2 right away, as a matter of fact. There we go. Take switching to cavalry archer an option. He could have gone for a few complementary cavalry archers. I wouldn't have liked for him to make a full switch, because they are not quite as strong against the TCs. But if you, so you cannot idle TC as much or the villagers as much. But if you have the knights and then a few cavalry archers, you can potentially snipe villagers behind quick walls as well. That's one kind of shortcoming of having just melee army. For game number 2 then, it's gonna be Italians for Oladushek. In the Kozmonot, he's got Lithuanians. I'm really curious as to what the seeds are for these players and their elos, really. I guess both these players already have dashboard elos, right? So if anybody does hashtag Oladushek and hashtag Kozmonot, you'll probably get the information for both these guys. Maybe hashtag Dr.Kozmonot. I'm not really sure which one is going to work. Let's see. So Kozmonot does not seem to work. It's bot down, by the way. It shouldn't be. The spectator dashboard is up, I think. Yeah, match is not gonna work because these are not live. Oladushek is much lower rated, but he does thrive in non-standard settings. Yeah, Oladushek, if I'm not mistaken, he was about 1800 or so. I was testing the bot. Yeah, that command, the match command, only works when you're watching live games. So it seems to be up. Oladushek has played rank 22 hours ago. Oladushek is 27 from Belarus. Holy crap, that information though. Okay. Rank 1v1, number 600, 1845. So I remember him correctly. It was about 1800. In Kozmonot, it's 2k2. There is a 400 elo difference between these players. Yeah, I know. Oladushek has taken game number 1, which is just commendable. Imagine he actually takes Kozmonot out. That'd be so odd for Kozmonot for sure. That's already out for Kozmonot. And Oladushek sending a villager. No, that's a turkey. Does he not intend to... Oh, okay, there we go. It's got a dog coming out down south. From the West Island.
Presto.
Salve.
There we go. So we are on 27 villagers for Oladushek. A little bit higher for Kozmonot. He's got the fishing ship out, so it's 28 workers for the green player. And very soon the players will be going up to the fuel age. This map is usually going to require some navy, so we are probably not going to see a fast castle, I think, from anyone. Especially because we have both dogs forward. That seems to me like this indicates A Will for Aggression water. If you're not going for that, if you're going for the back dog, then I would probably guess it'll be a fast castle for at the very least one of these players. Guess we'll find out though. Kozmonot gets the first blood. So Oladushek loses the scout over there. Speaking of shedding blood, yesterday I tried for the first time Chivalry 2. I don't know if you guys saw that game. It's pretty similar to Mordo. I'm not really sure which one is the original. I would imagine probably Chivalry was the original, then Mordo kind of copied the formula. But it was very interesting. I played with a few friends, and it's like you're the warriors in Age of Empires. It was so interesting. You go forward, you control the one guy, the one soldier, and you have to fight. And you're part of an army. And it was great because the mission that we played, you had to defend the siege tower. So I recognize all the units and the buildings from the game because of Age of Empires. You had to defend the siege tower until the siege tower got to the walls. And then you had to use the siege towers to climb the stairs and get on the wall and then fight the other guys. So it was a combination of Age of Empires 4 as well because you could fight on top of the walls. Hibit came Boo, also 2K2 to win the Crab Map Cup a few months ago. Wow. That's remarkable for sure. Only 2 casters would act like a normal hack and slash game was revolutionary. Is that... I'm not really sure. Would you classify it as hack and slash? Hack and slash to me seems like Devil May Cry type of games. Where combat is not quite as realistic. This seems like a medieval battle simulator or something. To be fair, I don't know what game you're talking about at all. Well, it's a game where you are a soldier. You can be an archer, you can be like a lone swordsman, you can be a knight. And you fight with pretty advanced controls at the very least compared to any other games that I had seen before. So you have different buttons for different types of attacks, and you can also block your opponent and dash. And it's kind of like a duel simulator. It's really interesting. I was thinking it might make for a good game to potentially make a Let's Play series at some point. Just to show you guys or to share with you some other games. Anyway. Going back to Age of Empires, of course. Oladushek's the first one putting pressure as expected. Nobody's going fast castle right away. Sounds pretty cool. It is pretty cool. So it's called Chivalry 2. And there is another one that's very similar that's called Mordo. So M-O-R-D-E-A-U, I think? Oh, M-O-R. Well, it doesn't matter. You'll probably be able to find it anyway. So far, Oladushek's looking stronger. We have 2 fire galleys total for Kozmonot. But he's losing all the fishing ships, so Oladushek is indeed doing really well. You know, Kozmonot for playing Lithuanians is struggling over here big time. With the extra resources you begin with, usually it allows you to be a little bit faster to the next stage. Or go into water a little bit earlier, get away with that. And Kozmonot, to be fair, he was the first player to get a fishing ship out. But he's losing water control over here and pretty easily, I should add. He's already heavily outnumbered by Oladushek. In terms of resources, Oladushek seems to be in a much better position, as he'll be probably the first player to go out to the castle age. And I'm not really sure, Kozmonot seems to be prioritizing land over here. Yes, he's gone for archer ranges. He's got 3 archer ranges, so up in the north he's got 1 and down the south he's got 2. Well, we'll see if he can do anywhere near as much damage. Looks fun with friends? Yeah. The one thing that I did not like from that one, though... Hold on, let's see if he can get a villager. Should be able to get one. He's trying to block the veil. Can he do it? Yes, sir! 1 villager goes down. So far, Cosmonot has lost 2 fishing ships, so overall League of KD is still favoring Oladushek, and he's on his way to the Castle Age! Man, Cosmonot's so far from the Castle Age, plus Oladushek's even managed to get some skirmishes out. He's gonna protect himself just fine. Does he have anything to defend himself on the left-hand side? Not really, but then there's no aggression over here from Cosmonot at all. He does have archers on the way, but it's gonna take a while before he masses enough to go forward confidently. And then it's going to take an additional little bit for him to get forward and get any damage done. By that point, I think Oladushek's probably just going to be in the castle age already. Well played! The red player is looking really strong over here. And you were talking about him being strong in non-standard settings. It seems like he might just have it in him. What it takes to take Cosmonot down over here, despite the 400 EO difference. 400 plus EO difference, I think. Damn. So yeah, the one thing that I did not like from more though is that it's pretty hard to play casual when you're just beginning. You just get wrecked, man. You just get absolutely destroyed. And Chivalry, on the other hand, was pretty fun because we were able to make a lobby with bots, and they are not quite as hardcore. Because you can imagine, first time you play such a game, it's pretty difficult. There are a lot of mechanics. A lot of different ways to block, a lot of different ways to attack. A lot of different things to keep in mind. It took about half an hour to just complete the tutorial for all the controls. But yeah, it's basically part of our efforts to test Game Pass. We got the trial subscription, right, for 1 month, and we are trying all the games. Basically, we just want to see which ones we are going to get from Steam later. And it's been fun. 2 villagers down. 3 villagers dead already from Oladushek. Finally, we see the aggression coming in from Cosmonot. As expected, Oladushek has already gotten to the Castle Age. And Cosmonot is on his way to the Castle Age only now. Oladushek does not have the War Galley upgrades coming up. He does not have knights on the way. He does not have crossbows. He does not have elite skirmishers. Only now he's got blocking arrow coming in. So he's not particularly interested in going for too much aggression over here. Instead, he's utilizing the fact that he's gotten to the Castle Age earlier to go for extra TCs. And this is the second TC already up. On the left hand side, he's got the third TC on the way. And yeah, he's managed to get a castle on the right hand side as well. So we have Genoese crossbows coming up. He's utilizing the fact that he's gotten to the Castle Age faster to get ahead even further, right? So with the extra TCs, his worker count is going to significantly, well, it would be so much stronger compared to Cosmonot. That's interesting to hear. I always found fighting the Chivalry AIs frustrating because they didn't react like people do. They parry in split seconds or fail to parry over telegraphed attacks, and it just wasn't quite right. Well, to be fair, we just ignore the AI from our team. And yeah, I'm not really sure about the differences between AIs and players, but that's once again because I'm a very new player. I'm not really sure if we are going to play a game, by the way. We were just trying out different games. Human Fall Flat was really fun. Accurate Delivery Service was really fun as well. Sea of Thieves was really good too. I enjoyed that one a lot. And Chivalry was fun, but it certainly seems like the type of game you're gonna need to spend a lot of time to get good at. I'm not really sure though. You let me know. Imperial Age is on the way for Oladushek. What? Holy crap though! Taking full advantage of the discount to go out to the next stage. OP Oladushek? Well, Cosmonot is finally going to start getting some real damage down over here. He's taking a bunch of villagers down. Now with ballistics, the crosses are significantly more effective, of course, and that's a lot of villagers going down over here. Yes, and Cosmonot might be able to go up to the Imperial Age very soon himself. Oladushek, he shouldn't really struggle over here too much, but this is not the best unit control. Plus the fact that Cosmonot's got ballistics over here puts him in a much better position. So yeah, Oladushek is going out to the Imperial Age earlier, yes. He'll probably have enough resources to go for one trebuchet, perhaps, and then he might be able to go forward and put some pressure against the TCs, but he's gotta go for something else to defend the siege with. The one thing that I'm still really liking from Oladushek in this position, that Kozmonot cannot really touch currently, is the water control, and Oladushek's gotta make sure that at the very least he's able to hold on to that, and I do like it that he's patrolling the shorelines with fire galleys over here, so that's great. But yeah, once again, he doesn't really have much in terms of land military. Genoese crosses are going to be good on the right hand side, and he's going to try to get a second castle up over here. But it seems like it's not happening though! He tried to get the castle up, the same location, the Kozmonot had his army over here, and he's going back! He's gonna try and get the castle up. This is not working. This is not working. The crosses are going down from Oladushek, and these villagers will be going down as well. This Kozmonot will deny this castle. Will he? He should. Yes. This is Italians, not Sicilians, so the castle's going up at a normal rate. Wow. That was really bad from Oladushek, I guess. These are probably the decision-making differences between the 1800 and 2K2. The situation assessment over there was not the best. We noticed that there was no way Oladushek was going to clean up the crossbows, but in the heat of the moment, in the game, he didn't realize, ended up committing to it, and ended up paying dearly because of it. So yeah, if you like human fall flat, I can wholeheartedly recommend delivery service. I think it was called Totally Accurate Delivery Service. I think it's from the same guys from Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, which I also tried and it was fun, but it was fun for like 15 minutes. Okay, Pavis is coming up. That's good. It's going to give him extra armor on. Condottieri, crossbows, Genoese. Yeah, nice bang on a shot. Kozmonot's reacting to it though. Oh, that was a great shot from Oladushek though. Well done. Now with the Mangonel, he's able to clean out the crossbows, no problem. And he'll finally be able to finish the castle up over here. Only a little bit less than 20% left for the castle to be completely finished. Oladushek's going for bombard cannons. Not going for trebuchets at all. He's got 3 so far. He's going for 1 more. And he's got some on the left-hand side, 2 bombard cannons on the left-hand side. He doesn't really have anything to defend this with, though, so he's gotta be careful. Kozmonot should be easily able to counter this. And then on the right-hand side, he's got a bombard cannon coming forward, plus the castle is finally going to finish building. I'm curious if he is going to keep on adding more bombard cannons on the right-hand side, or something else. Notice that Kozmonot is making a play for Wing Hussar right now. He's got plenty of stables coming out. So on the left-hand side, Oladushek's push is not going to be long-lived. The Wing Hussar will just take this down pretty easily. And because Oladushek's gotten the castles up both on the right-hand side, he cannot go for Genoese crossbowmen on the left-hand side, which means that Wing Hussar on the left island will have basically no resistance from Oladushek, and Kozmonot on the right-hand side is gonna have to take care of the Genoese crossbows. To be fair, we do not really have too many from Oladushek to work with. So it might not be a struggle on the right-hand side either. Kozmonot's starting to look significantly stronger right now. More military units, more worker count, or a higher worker count. Four bombard cannons now from Oladushek on the left-hand side. And finally, we see the castle coming up. This is so good. 1 or 2 cannon galleons would be really good just to deny Cosmo space. Yeah, that is actually a really good point. He's already gotten chemistry. So getting 1, 2 bombard cannons, or sorry, cannon galleon, and then just place those close to farms over here. Right, close to the TC, target the TC. Set 1 to just attack random villagers. That'd be extremely annoying for Kozmonot to deal with. It's kind of the highest gather economy time so far. Kozmonot. That's interesting. Zika upgrades are not particularly stronger compared to Oladushek. He's got heavy plow, which Oladushek does not have, but Oladushek's got 2 mansaw and he's got handguard, which Kozmonot does not have. Good defense. Oladushek once again should be able to hold on with Genoese crossbows, no problem. And on the left-hand side, he loses all the bombard cannons. The Genoese crossbows are not coming in over here strong enough, and those villagers will go down. The Genoese crossbows do not suffice. Right now the numbers are not high enough, and the wing hussar will dominate. So Oladushek gets pushed away from the second castle. On the left-hand side as well. Second castle certainly the demise of the red player. He could potentially just go for a few walls over here and finish building this with 1 villager, I guess. What is his reaction, by the way? He's not garrisoning. Still lost a lot of villagers over here underneath the castle. That was not good. Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of a struggle for Oladushek to keep up with everything that's taking place. One thing I do like for the red player, though, is he's already gotten to 200 population space. So he's able to keep on going for units over here, while Kozmonot is kind of struggling with housing. Here we go. Beautiful. Hold on, now we have trebuchets finally coming out from Oladushek. More wings are coming in. Oladushek's military count is starting to get strong enough. Notice. Yeah. On the left hand side, he's able to hold on. He's repairing the trebuchet on the right hand side. He's not only holding on, he's not really holding on only, he's also pushing over here. He's doing really well. Yeah, on the right hand side, now Kozmonot is making the switch into skirmishers as the stables go down. And the skirmishers are good. Bombard cannons on paper from Oladushek should be pretty effective. The problem is that it's going to be quite micro intensive and there's too much for Kozmonot to, for Oladushek to keep up with and pay attention to. Go. Beautiful. On the right hand side, he's holding, he's not pushing anymore, he's holding. And then on the left hand side, he's gonna start pushing himself as well. Kozmonot's got some trebuchet out. That's the one castle Kozmonot's got. Good job from Kozmonot, pushing on the left. Cat ram. Oh, just battering ram actually. Okay, that's going down fast. But he does have 2 trebuchets and the bombard cannons. That castle shouldn't really stay up anymore. Oladushek's going for architecture, which I like to see. He's got the lead Genoese crossman coming out as well. It's just that he doesn't really have the units out right now. On the left. But if you take a look, it seems like the push on the right-hand side is so much stronger for Oladushek. He's already knocking on Kozmonot's base, and Kozmonot doesn't really have any fortifications over here. No castles, no towers, no nothing. You know? If he loses the production buildings over here, then he won't be able to defend against the push from Oladushek. So it seems to me like the potential for damage over here is so much higher for Oladushek if he's able to keep momentum. While on the left-hand side, Kozmonot's preventing Oladushek from pushing through, but Oladushek's not being pushed back over here at all. As a matter of fact, take a look at that. The bombard cannon from Oladushek is taking the trebuchets down. And whoa! Kozmonot calls it GG with a higher population. He does not want to keep on going anymore, and Oladushek does it. The beast. My lord, Oladushek 2, Kozmonot nil. This is the 400 elo difference over here favoring the green player. And Oladushek is the one moving on to the round of 16, the single elimination stage. And Kozmonot gets knocked out. That's kind of sting a little bit. I gotta be honest. Let's take a look at the achievements over here then. Military, really good KD for Oladushek over here overall. To be fair, he was trading against skirmishers at times, you know, and winged hussar as well, so go less units, so he needed a decent KD, but at the very least he was not going for too pricey units himself, for the most part Genoese crossbows. For economy, on the other hand, he did end up collecting about 900 extra resources. He was faster to all ages, feudal, castle, and imperial age. And the work count over here towards the end was actually favoring Kozmonot tonight. You know what? If the game kept on going a little bit longer, I'm not really sure if Oladushek was going to be in a much better position still. There was some momentum over here for Kozmonot if you take a look at the graph. But of course, when everything's said and done, Kozmonot decided to just drop the ball over there. That's going to be 2-0. Well played for Oladushek.